All right, so I've been telling you guys that I'm going to post a video on the idea of taking some next steps, taking actions. So I'm going to start with the first 2 points today. There's going to be 4 points to this, so the next 2 points are going to come next week. So I want to just focus on these 2 points. And I thought there'd be no better time than when I'm actually going to go get my morning coffee. And so I'm sitting in line waiting for my coffee. So here's the thing with action. The first step to defining action is to create a plan. Now, for some of you out there, you might be thinking, man, creating a plan, creating a dream, or a plan that goes with the dream, these are simple things. These are actually harder things than you think. So, but the first thing I would do is to think about creating a plan and breaking down a really big idea into some smaller steps. If you need help with that, I actually like to do that. That's kind of a geeky thing for me to do. So create a plan. The reason why this is important is because of this. I posted this story yesterday a little bit about how agendas and shadow missions, they exist amongst ambiguity. Now, the reason why that is because we as people, in the way that we're created, we are created for innovation. We're created for progress, and you're created the exact same way. So don't think that you're off the hook. But here's the thing is that the people on your teams, they're created exactly the same way as well. So if you don't create a roadmap to where you're going, and if you're not clarifying what you're trying to build, then nobody's going to know what you're trying to accomplish. And so they're going to actually start to create things on their own. So even though when I say words like agenda and shadow missions, those things have negative context to them because they're going to bring you pain and it's going to be frustration. But a lot of times those things do not exist, or they're not created out of a bad spirit. They're not created out of bad intent. They're not created out of harm. Those things are created because that's the way that we're designed as people, is to innovate and to create. So I believe that 100%. So again, create a step, create a plan, take that big dream and break it down into smaller steps. The second thing that I will tell you about is a really simple thing, but it's an important thing. Make your dream visible. Announce it publicly. The next time you get up in front of your team, let them know what the big picture is and what you're going to do. And even be okay with being transparent, saying, I don't necessarily know when we're going to do it or how we're going to do it, but this is where we're going. Anything that you make visible, you're welcoming accountability to. So the next time that you have a big dream and a big vision and a big passion, invite people into it. Allow them to see the why of what you're trying to accomplish and allow them to be a part of your journey. This is a really big deal. Now, just to preface what's coming up for next week, a lot of times people don't do the things that I've mentioned because they're scared. Sometimes the crowd can be incredibly difficult to work with. Sometimes the people around you can be people that want harm for you. And so we're going to address a little bit of that next week. But for this week, just think about these 2 things. And if you need help, reach out to me. Number 1, create a plan. Think big, think dreams, huge, massive dreams, and then break it down into smaller steps. Reach out to me if you want help with creating a roadmap. Second thing is, announce it publicly. Share your dreams. Invite people into it with you. I promise you, those 2 things in itself will help you take a step. Next week, I can't wait to talk to you about points 3 and 4. All right, have a great week, everybody. Thanks.